We are live. Welcome back to another edition of Earle Sports Bets. Today is this is the second team of the National League Central, so episode 22 of our season previews, Tim. We're banging these out and we're getting them almost all of them done so far. We got the Milwaukee Brewers in the house today, 86 and 76 last year, finished 7 games behind the St. Louis Cardinals. They finished a game behind the Philadelphia Phillies for the last wild card spot, so they did not make the playoffs last year. Looking to do it this year. We'll get into their additions and subtractions to get kicking on off. They added Tyler Naquin, Justin Wilson, Brian Anderson, Josh Van Meter, Bryce Wilson, Wade Miley, Owen Miller, William Contreras, Abraham Toro, and Jesse Winker. They lost Pedro Severino, Trevor Rosenthal, Andrew McCutchen, Omar Narvaez, Jace Peterson, Taylor Rogers, Colton Wong, Brad Boxberger, and Hunter Renfroe. And I kind of do like some of the additions they made. I think Jesse Winker is a good bat in the middle of the lineup for them to have. Toro is a good off the bench type of hitter. Wade Miley, they got as their 5 starter. Yeah. Bryce Wilson's going to be a nice arm in the bullpen, as well as Justin Wilson. Naquin's going to be a good bat off the bench. Brian Anderson will probably be a bat off the bench. Owen Miller will probably be a bat off the bench. They got a lot of depth, but they don't have any like starting level caliber players that they acquired. William Contreras is going to be their starting catcher, though, replacing Omar Narvaez. They did lose some players. Renfroe is a good bat in the middle of their lineup. Colton Wong was a professional hitter that they lost there. Taylor Rogers was one of their better bullpen arms that they lost. Rosenthal, also a good bullpen arm they lost. McCutchen, he went back to Pittsburgh. Yeah, it is what it is. Overall, they may have gotten slightly better. I don't think so. This is an interesting team this year. I'm not super high on them.
Yeah, no, I'm not particularly either. Tyler Naquin, he strikes out a lot. Wilson, cool. Brian Anderson's, I think that's a decent piece. Van Meters and Bryce Wilson can have good flashes. Wade Miley, same deal. Owen Miller, William Contreras, Matt Toro, he could be solid. Jesse Winker, I think Jesse Winker is probably the best piece that this team got over the offseason. So we'll see how that one goes. They lost Rosenthal. All right. McCutchen, not really hung up on McCutchen. Omar Narvaez was a solid catcher. Peterson, Colton Wong, Boxberger is going to hurt, and Renfroe is going to hurt. So I think this team got worse, not better. Once again, a team that I'm not necessarily interested in.
Fair. We will move on to the farm system now. They are ranked number 15 with 3 top 100 prospects. Their bottom 2 top 100 prospects are due up to the majors this year. The top prospect is due up next year. They got the number 8 prospect in baseball, Jackson Chourio, who's due up next year, outfield prospect. All 3 of them outfielders. Sal Friedrich, and Joey Wilmer are their top 2 of their top guys as well that will be making their debut sometime this year. Nothing flying off the page here for me. Obviously, the top guy is not due up till next year. So overall, they got a very mid prospect pool.
Nothing really to go dig into. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm not really too interested in prospects from them.
Which brings us to their projected starting lineup. Christian Yelich, Willie Adames, Rowdy Tellez, William Contreras, Jesse Winker, Luis Urias, Garrett Mitchell, Brian Anderson, and Bryce Turang. And then their rotation, Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta, Wade Miley. Adrian Hauser is going to be their long relief guy and spot starter. Gus Varling, Bryce Wilson, Javi Guerra, Hopi Miller, Peter Strzelecki. I totally botched that, but I'm not going to try again. Matt Bush and Devin Williams. Overall, I think offense is going to be still an issue with this team, and that's what really cost them last year because that's a competitive top 5 rotation in baseball right there. That is a damn good rotation. Burns, Woodruff, Lauer, Peralta, top 4 are amazing. Wade Miley, meh. He's probably the bet against pitcher on the staff. But overall, for me, I mean, this is a really good rotation, but I still think offense is going to be a problem for them this year. They're going to be in a lot of low-scoring games. I think this is an under team. When you're looking at just betting wise, I think this team is going to play to a lot of lower scoring unders. But for me, the pitching staff is awesome. The offense is going to leave a little bit to be desired, and their bullpen's okay, including one of the best closers in baseball in Devin Williams. So overall, I love their pitching staff. I think their offense is going to cost them this year a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like this is pretty much the same team that we saw last year, minus a couple of pieces. Yelich, he's never been the same. He hasn't been the same since he went down. Since his back thing, I think it was. Willie Adames has potential. Rowdy Tellez has potential. Contreras, I believe they traded. This is the Braves Contreras.
Yes.
So interesting there. Winker, I think Winker was a fantastic pickup. Luis Arias, cool, and then the bottom of the lineup leaves a lot to be desired. Corbin Burns, I will say, will not be a Brewer at the end of the year.
I agree.
I think he's gone. If not at the end of the year, I would be very surprised if he's not gone at the end of the year.
Get something for him.
Yeah, they should definitely try to get something for him. Woodruff, solid, if he could stay healthy. Bottom 3, nah. And then this bullpen, besides Devin Williams, I really don't like much from it. This is a Brewers team that is very, very lackluster for me. Could there be a couple of these guys that have good years and all of a sudden this is a team that can compete? Sure. But I just don't see it right now. There's plenty of lineups in the National League that I think are a lot more dangerous, and we will talk about 3 of them come the next division.
Yes. And which brings us into the ultimate question. How are we going to make money from this team? And I'm looking at locking in 2 plays for this team. Their win total is 85.5. To make the playoffs is plus 110. To miss the playoffs is minus 140. To win the NL Central is plus 175. To win the National League is 20-1. To win the World Series is 50-1. I have no interest in those bottom 3 at all. I will take them under 85.5 wins, and I will lay the juice for them to miss the playoffs. I think this is a 3rd place team in the National League Central. I think the Cubs probably have a better overall team than them, and I think the Cardinals do as well. And this is a team where I will lay the $1.40 for them to miss the playoffs as well, because when we look at the National League playoffs, we probably have Mets, Braves, Phillies, Dodgers, Padres, Cardinals.
Or Cubbies.
I mean, I feel like the playoffs seem pretty straightforward for the National League.
I think there's a little bit of surprising teams in there, but
I'd probably look at the Diamondbacks before the Brewers to make the playoffs. Right. And I'd be more interested in the Cubbies, the Phillies. I mean, there's teams I like better in the National League than this Brewers team. And I think at trade deadline, they're going to be selling. That's kind of the way I think that Burns may be gone by the end of the deadline. They may be losing a few more other players. I'm not particularly high on this team. I think the Cardinals are better. I think the Cubbies are better. I'm going to take under 85.5 wins, and I'm going to take them to miss the playoffs, even at $1.40. I know that's the max I'll lay, but I will take minus 140 for them to miss the playoffs.
I'm trying to find placements.
3rd place, I think I saw was like plus 350 or plus 450.
Can you get that exact one for me?
Bet Online, baseball.
That or I could take the. Hold on, let me find it. NL Central, Milwaukee 3rd place. Where's the other Milwaukee 3rd place? I can do
3rd place plus 250 on Bet Online.
You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something a little bit different. And I guess this would be NL Central type deals.
Yes.
And this is essentially saying that that Milwaukee finishes 3rd place, but I want to get a little bit more value out of it. and I will take the placements of the
Yes.
top 3. So St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee is plus 450. Chicago, St. Louis, Milwaukee is plus 1,000. Because I don't see either Cincinnati or Pittsburgh competing. I see them being better. I don't see them competing. But those are 2 that I think could be interesting futures for you to make because I think that's how I would much rather go after the second one. But that's because
I was gonna say I might have to come up with all 5 of these for like the full 5 teams for all 5 divisions. Throw small
on Bovada, they only do top 3s.
Only do top 3. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's very interesting for them specifically to finish third. I like the plus 250 for them to finish third. But this makes sense as well. If you think they finish third, you grab Chicago and St. Louis to finish above them because the Reds and the Pirates aren't doing that.
No.
That's just pretty plain and simple for me. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense going at it like that. So, I definitely don't mind that. I'm going to stick with the under 85.5 wins and to miss the playoffs at minus 140. I really like those 2 plays. I think those are the 2 best plays I can come up with for the Brewers here.
I like it.
Real deal Prime in the house. Give me a thumbs up. My Jays jacket and hat arrived. There you go. That is going to just about do it for this one. I think we're going to be doing at least one more today with the Cubbies. We're going to be doing the Cubbies up next. I got to make the slides for that. And we might do the Reds after that as well.
So we have to start banging these out.
Yes. So we're probably going to do Cubs and Reds to finish out the day before we head on out for the night. But yeah, that's going to do it for the Brewers. Anything else you want to say before we head on out?
Nope.
Fair.